Hey, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com, and today I'm taking a look at a Bible that I've been looking forward to for a long time. This is the New King James Single Column Reference Bible Premier Collection from Thomas Nelson. Now, I got a sneak peek of this at the Unite show in Nashville this year, and I was seriously hoping that the production model would look every bit as good as the demo model that I saw, and it does, every bit of it. I am very pleased, very happy. And it comes with a lot of good stuff. This is a nice box, nice sturdy box, and it comes wrapped in a really elegant wrapper. And of course, I've already taken this apart because I use these Bibles for many multiple hours before I review them. And the wrapper is a one-piece wrapper that folds over really cool, really nice. Everything about this is elegant. Goatskin leather, leather lined with the gilt line, and the leather, it feels decently thick. Perimeter stitched, has a nice grain. It's not a pronounced grain, but it is there. It's not smooth by any means. And then these are not pronounced. These are stamped on, or not really even stamped. They're printed on. So there's 5 of these for the hubs to indicate the hubs, and then it says, Holy Bible, New King James, Thomas Nelson. Really nice. I like that. It feels good. It's decent as far as flexible, but it also has a little bit of sturdiness to it too. Edge lined, of course. Smythe sewn, of course. You're not going to get a Bible like this that's not Smythe sewn. This page here is really thick. That is a thick card. That will cause this to not be able to roll over really well, which doesn't bother me because I don't do that. But here's what we have. Starts with the presentation page. Has these red highlights all the way through. You'll see these as we go. I like those highlights. Now, this is made in China. This does not feel like a Bible made in China. It really doesn't. Good quality paper. This is 36 GSM paper. It's smooth. I'm not sure if it's coated, but it's not rough at all. It's a good smooth finish. No glare under light. Really nice, really elegant. This thing stays open really easily too. No problem staying open. Three ribbons. The ribbons are long, very long, almost too long. They're flat cut. So there's 2 black for the Old Testament and 1 red for the New Testament. And then here is our text, single column with side column reference. It's a 10.5 point font, designed by 2K Denmark. Best people out there for design. This is the comfort print text that was designed specifically for the New King James. And then our references are here. Now look at this. This is interesting. The cross-reference keys and the footnote keys are also highlighted in red. So if I can get that closer. Also highlighted in red. This is all the way through. Okay, so we have the book names in red. We have the section headings in red. The chapter number drop caps are in red. Single column paragraph. Now this column, I love this column width. This is about 64 characters across, in that range. I've got the details on BibleBuyingGuide.com. You can see it in the written review, but for all the exact specs. But it has, say, around 10 words across, which is perfect for my reading. I love this. I love this design. Really nice. This Bible is a little heavy. It's thick. Let's look at the size. Let's look at the size before we go on. Get my scale if I can read this thing. So we're looking at almost 9 inches by 6, almost 6 for the overall. And then this width is about 1 point. Let me get here on the spine here. It's almost 1.75. So it's a thick, chunky Bible. And it is heavy. I forgot the weight. You'll see the detail there on Bible Buying Guide. Now this spine doesn't have any structure built in there, other than just being tied, being edge lined. So that does make it a little loose filling, possibly a little bit too much for some people. I don't think that it's too much, but when you're holding it open, you'll see that it does a couple of things. This is flexible, and it feels flexible in your hand, and it also allows this spine of the text block to rise, which makes the text flatter. So you don't have this bend over like this. It's a lot flatter across. It looks really good. The references are placed rather than across from the verses they correspond to. They're placed as far down the page as possible. So what this does is it just gives you a lot of white space up here, and it does make the references. I can't cheat like I do with the Clarion. The Clarion, I look across from the reference and I can find the verse. These are a little bit more difficult to find. The verse numbers are not in red like the others are. And across the top, might as well look at this while we're here. We have the book name and chapter numbers also in red with a line under it, and then the page number there. Nice, elegant Bible. I love this. I have no trouble turning these pages. This is a red and gold art gilt. No trouble turning these pages. It feels elegant. I like it. Let's see what else we have back here. It's a black letter text. So the only red that you're going to find is in the highlights, not in the text itself. Every book starts on its own page. And then in the far back, we have a concordance. It's a decent concordance. 2 columns per page. Really decent. Now you'll notice how some of these sections are coming up, separating from the others. That's the way the sections are in this. They kind of don't want to fall together so well. Not so well, so easily. Let's see what we have here. Now you'll see more detail about this concordance on BibleBindingGuide.com. It's where I go through more of the details. But there's how many references we have for God, just as an example. And then it has back here, we have, if I can get to it, we have a 1-year reading plan. Now this takes you through the Bible in 1 year with a morning and an evening reading. The morning reading is from the New Testament, the evening reading is from the Old Testament. So it gives you 2 readings per day. And then we have the standard Thomas Nelson maps. So here we have the world of the patriarchs, Exodus and conquest of Canaan, land of the 12 tribes, kingdom of David and Solomon, Jesus' ministry, Paul's missionary journeys, and Jerusalem in the time of Jesus. And now these are, they include dates and some annotations. It doesn't have an index, but there's some of the stitching. It doesn't have an index, but they are annotated really well. Here's some topography. So yeah, that's a nice Bible. I like it. They say that it's a yap. It's a little bit. I'd call it a semi-yap, if anything. But yeah, it feels really good. Let's do some comparisons. And of course, the main comparison that everybody's going to want to hear is the Clarion. The Clarion obviously is a little bit smaller, and it is a little bit thinner. Not by a lot, but it is a little bit thinner. Maybe a 1/4 inch. And then the text in the Clarion is 8.75, while this text is 10.5. And it is obviously larger text here. It really is. Let's get these over here where we can see them a little bit better. Let's see, there's Psalm 89. Let's find Psalm 89. Now, some major differences. They both have the same references. As far as I know, they have the same concordance. I'll confirm that, put that in the written review to make sure, but pretty sure. Because it is a standard concordance. There's 100. Let's find 100 over here. So you'll see that the Clarion doesn't have a lot of the little features that you're going to find as far as highlights. So this is going to have the little highlights in here. This paper is whiter to my eye. This is a creamier paper. This is a thinner paper. This one is the 28 GSM, whereas this is the 36. And you can tell this is more opaque than that is. But they both feel elegant. They both do feel elegant. This is a lot lighter. This is a cleaner design. I like this one. This is a cleaner design. Now I do still like my clearing though. And then this one is the Humble Lamb. Quite a bit larger block. This one also has some interesting refinements. It has the red. Let's see if we can get these in the middle here. So this one does have some interesting red elements to it. This paper is a lot more elegant than this paper. This paper is rougher, and to my eye, they look about the same opacity to my eye. But this is a lot more elegant Bible in paper and in cover. This cover has more grain. This one does. They're probably about the same weight. This cover has more grain. It's thinner, a lot thinner, quite a bit thinner, and also quite a bit more flexible. Than this one is. This one, it does have a little bit of grain, but it's not quite as pronounced, and it's quite a bit thicker than this one is. But there you go. The New King James Thomas Nelson Premier Collection. It is every bit as good as I hoped it'd be. Now, you can see more information on BibleBuyingGuide.com, and I'll put a link underneath here. And I did receive this in exchange for an honest review. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be glad to answer. Thanks.